All right. Hi. Zeos Pantera, the host of In-Ear Fetish. Wallpaper in the description. Earbuds. Earbuds. Not in-ear monitors, even though this is in-ear fetish. These kind of go in your ear. They go into that little flap and... You know what an earbud is, right? All right. We're not all too old. No one remembers earbuds, right? Oh, fuck. These are a FiiO FF5s. I did the FF3s, and I don't remember if I put them in my box. And these should be the next level up. And they're wild because they've got grills on the sticks. So there's grills here. So the way this works is a dynamic. What size dynamic? Hold on. Checking. I think it's a 14.2 dynamic driver, microcrystalline copper, carbon-based dynamic driver. It's based on carbon, like the life forms on Earth. And it's got a detachable Mmcx cable here, and it's a very nice cable. It actually is a really, really nice cable. A little stiff on this end of it. You can see this twirly tubes. Interchangeable heads, 4.4 and 3.5. Here's the case it comes with. All right, got your little Mmcx detacher tool. They insist on using Mmcx, yet it needs a special tool to pop it apart. I'm fine with 2-pin. It's fine with 2-pin. Especially on something like this where it doesn't matter if you can rotate it or not. I've got the large silicone rings on it, which is nice. They give you a plethora of things to get in your ear. Because I tried just the raw metal, and it just falls out of my head. My head is not designed to hold them. I have a flat shelf, so you put it on there, and it's like, haha, I fell off the shelf. So you got to put on something. So here are the silicone rings. I'm actually probably going to put these on some of the other just earbuds I have, because I can't think of any other term for it. Since it's not an in-ear monitor, it's an in-ear speaker. All right, crux of the thing. Here's the big ones. There's foams, like normal, like you little holy foams you got to pull over it. These could use a little bit of improvement in certain areas, but I gotta come back as to why these are still a thing. Well, Zeos, why would anyone use these and not just in-ear monitors? I just re-reviewed the Sony Link Buds. The real Link Buds, the ones that are not noise canceling, the ones that are actually noise pass-throughing. And that's what these are for. You only would be interested in an earbud like this under maybe 2 or 3 circumstances. Number one, regular in-ears that plug your ears, put a pressure on you and you don't feel good. I know people who literally can't wear them, they feel sick. That'd be one person who would want these instead of those. The other type, we'll forget about the other type for now, but the third type would be someone who wants to hear their environment. Again, you could put in-ear monitors in, I have real full-on in-ear monitors go in your ear, and they sort of block the world. And a lot of people, that's the reason. And there's the reason why the Link Buds got bad reviews, because it didn't block the world. But they weren't for that. They're not for that. These are not for that. These sit and leave a giant hole to the real world. In fact, you can see the back. It is made of grills. These are doing their absolute best to sit in your ear. And if I put these in my ear, and I wish they were better indicated, there is a stamped R and a stamped L on the wire itself. But really, the thing that stuck out is there's a little tiny bit of red. If I pull this out, I could use the thing. If I pull it out, there's a little bit of red in there. But they should really just color coordinate these things, because it's very hard to tell left from right. The tops could be something, anything could be stamped to show you it's left and right, but it isn't. So I put these in my ear, and they just go in. With the silicone, they're much more secure. They just go straight in your ear, and you give a little thumb push down. And I can still hear myself talking just fine. It just feels like there's something sitting in my ear, but not blocking any sound at all. That's who wants these. And there aren't many out there. There's the Moondrop Chacones. There's another set of FiiOs, and there's these. What the hell is in that? Oh God, I'm ruining my amp. Also black one of these here with different op amps. And the problem was I was trying to listen to them here loud, because they say, oh, I think it says adequate sub bass. It was one of the things that was I kind of found fucking funny. Sufficient sub bass. Acoustics resistance pipes design. So I think that's what they're trying to do with the outside here. Actually, that's a really good... What are they doing? Okay. So apparently it vents through the top of the thing. There's a hole there. I didn't even see that. Oh, yeah, there is. So that they're actually bringing the back bass, even though it should be open, it's allowed to loop through and come out here. I guess. It's just one of those I guess. Because here's the thing. They're not going to win any awards for being like the most... It's $130. They're not going to win any awards for being the greatest fucking resolving thing ever. No one needs anything else. A lot of the IEMs I do that are like $1,000. They get to that range where it's like, I don't think anybody needs anything else. And these are not that. These have a very specific property that I discovered. When I played them loud, I did not like them. And I'm like, well, it's probably because I'm using the silicone rings and not the foam, because the foam will actually dampen the front and turn the treble down. Because the treble is like a little bit bright. It's a little bit like it wants to tell you there's fucking detail, which, by the way, soundstage, airiness, all those words, air. Oh, there's so much air in these have it. But the problem is you're not supposed to play these loud. These are not... You do not blast your favorite song. Oh, go back. Oh, yeah, fucking right. You don't. That's not what these are for. These are literally a wired replacement for Sony Link Buds. You're supposed to put them on, and they're hard to drive. I want to point that out, too. They're not easy. I had to put the balance end on it, and I'm 10, 11 o'clock on the topping LA90. I was going to put the Geshelli on high gain. We're at 46 out of 50 on the TA... Oop, that's the wrong hole. TA22. So let's go down. We're going to go down. These are... Like right here, what am I playing? Place to Be by Hiromi Uraha. Cape Cod Chips. It's just a gentle piano, like a background piano. And I'm just here at the 30 mark. These are quietly playing. And I'm talking to you, and you're talking to me, and I can hear everything you're saying. Yes, I would like to check out. Yeah, I'm buying that extra bag of chips. I'm talking and hearing myself perfectly while someone's playing a piano. And it's a pretty fucking high quality piano. Like, I'm not going to knock these for like, oh, they sound like every other thing. They do sound clear as a fucking bell. Like, piano's both the best and worst thing you use these for. Because if you turn it up, then the piano feels like the keys are hitting you in the fucking eyes. But if you turn it down, it still has the detail because it's such a bright IM, which is where these want to be. I cannot stress this enough. You cannot play these loud. These are designed to play as background music. Violins from the Bacano OST. Track 15. I'm not even going to try to read that. Hikari Tukage no Futatsu no Kanon. See, I didn't read that at all. But it's just violins. And I'm talking to you, and I can hear myself talk. And they're comfortable in my ear with these silicone pads. I actually, and this is because I'm an experimental person, I shoved the foam, just the foam tips, these were the balanced ones. I just shoved these in my ear hole and then kept the silicone rings and I put it on because I don't like the foam pads on the thing. So I just kept the silicones on and shoved the foam in front of it to see if I could quell the highs and crank the volume. And indeed, it did quell the highs slightly, but it didn't add anything to it. It wasn't enough. It was like, I guess they could make a silicone ring that has a fascia that's a foam dampener. But no matter what you do, these are not for that. These are this is fucking perfect. In fact, you know what? This song is going into the new test for sound demos. And then I'm going to close FooBar, because if I have one problem with FooBar, and there's at least one problem with FooBar, it doesn't remember the state it was in constantly. It's like, it doesn't have an autosave. So if you build this fancy fucking playlist with all the shit going into it and you reorganize it so it's by length, and then the program crashes for some reason, which happens, not very often, like once every few months, my FooBar will just go and die, or my computer will freak out and it'll just die. And it just doesn't remember any of that. So you have to make a change, close FooBar, reopen FooBar, it now remembers everything. It even remembers the place you were just playing. and it's beautiful, but it doesn't remember automatically. I'd have it check every 5 minutes if I've added a song to a playlist. Save the fucking state, you bastard. These are perfect IEMs for this. Just this right now. Vocals, I had some Haley Reinhardt, I think, from Post Malone Jukebox was playing, and it was just her singing, and I kept it quiet, and it was perfect. Now I got Rage Against the Machine live, and it just sounds like someone's playing Rage Against the Machine quietly. I get the full spectrum. I get the highs, I get the mids, I get even a semblance of low. Just a slight little, like, I think there's low end. But the point of it is that it's playing and I can still hear. So I can't tell you any more or less than this. You'll know, by the way, the magnets in this are real strong. They're strong. They don't want to kiss. Yo, kiss. I can force them to touch. Hold on. Just explodes the world. This is how the atom splits. Yeah, they got real strong magnets. They're trying so hard. But it's like this. That's why they're so hard to drive. It's like, and then it's just like, now play me quietly. So, if you turn it up, you're not going to like them. I don't think anyone would like these turned up. You play them quietly. They are spacious, clear, soundstagey as fuck, which I guess is spacious. I'm just using a different term. They're nice. They're nice, but they're $130, and you have to have this use case for them. By the way, desk mat available in the description. You have to have this use case. There's if you want to listen to an audiobook, like in a public library, and you just want to be able to hear if someone comes over and whispers something at you, like, oh, by the way, hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Yo, fucking Steve. Like, you don't want to have people yelling at you. That's regular IEMs. This is to avoid people yelling at you. And if you don't want to go true wireless, you don't want to have something jammed in your ear, these are your boys. I like them. I don't know how well they're actually doing that bass recovery thing. It's a cool design concept. I haven't noticed it. And these got burned in, obviously, on the burner rig for fucking... I wish you also the silicone with different colors. That would help. Because I'm just... Yeah, it says R. It just you need to get a magic paint pen out. Be like, R and L. This is a little stiff. Now that I'm actually dealing with it like a lot, like it could be just a slightly bit softer, but it feels quality. Jeremy Soule, Tundra from Elder Scrolls. Oh, wait, hold on. Skyrim Atmospheres. If you don't... I never played Skyrim, honestly. I don't play games a lot of the time. But Skyrim, I have a soundtrack, and there's a song or a track called Atmospheres, which is like 42 minutes long. And it's just all the background music, like the rain, and then the gentle fiddles and shit. And it's very ambient, and it's like... These are perfect for that. Oh, there's birds chirping and shit. Yeah, no, this is what I would get this for. I'd get this for just relaxation sounds. If you're trying to be fucking zen, but you don't want to have that like closed feeling of an IEM, this is great. This is great for that. For that. Only for that. I'll get to a song that has actual vocals in it. Jerry Lee Lewis from the Dick Tracy soundtrack. Here you go. Jessica Gall, Beautiful Girls. Yeah, it's fine. But it's quiet. It's got to be quiet. It's got to be like half the volume you usually listen to something. And it just happens in the background. You got good centering. You get, oh. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I can't go off and be like, oh my God, these are the greatest things ever. It's very basic physics here. Do you want an IEM that's not an IEM? Then why not get these? Anyway, Girl Wallpaper available in the Horde. Patreon, subscribe star, support this channel. Subscribe, hit the bell, do all that stupid YouTube shit. At 50,000 subscribers, we do a pizza party here. We broke 10,000 a couple days ago. I'm so jazzed about it. I think we're at 10,400 already, in fact. Yeah, I'm going to put this stuff, pack it up, and we'll be good. Also, yard sales, my main channel, if you don't follow Z Reviews, yard sales happen where a lot of the IEMs, I do like 10 to 15 a month. A lot of those end up in the yard sale. If you'd like to bid on those, if you're a supporter, you can. We're good. I'm good. You're good. FiiO's good. Probably one of the better just non-IEM earbuds that I've reviewed, and I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just a use case scenario. Is it going to work for $130?